Moss Pit Shark Hunter. With me today is Wizzy Puff.
I'm gonna be doing a death.
Yes, you are. Welcome to the Ross and Wizzy's Fanfiction Power Hour. You know, a lot of people ask me, Ross, it's a My Little Pony podcast. Why do you say everybody instead of every pony? Well, the answer for that is simple. Every pony is stupid, and, why would I exclude other people? That just seems rude. Can't only have either the bronies or ponies watching this, or listening to this. It's a podcast about togetherness.
If anyone objected to you not saying every pony, I would have a very strong problem with that.
Well, you also have a strong problem with everything.
Not true. I don't have a strong problem with 99% of the things on this planet, but that's one of the 1%.
Ugh, so you're one of those 1%ers, eh?
I also have a problem with the 1%.
All right, so today we are reading Through Death and Life by Chengar Kordath. Another fan fiction about death. Whoopee.
My kind of style.
God, I hate all these stories with death and death and death. And oh my god, think of a new topic.
That's a very broad topic, Ross. Was the last one?
Can't we just be happier? God.
Was the last one we did, was that the Spike one?
Yes.
Okay.
Which was last month, actually.
And then before that, we had a pretty long while without one, I think, because there was like a moment's worth, which was a while ago.
Was that the last one we had read after or before the Spike one?
The last death one, I think.
Interesting. And I just realized, frickin' Sleep Tight, My Love, and A Moment's Worth, my least favorite fan fiction we read on the podcast and my favorite fan fiction we read on the podcast. Both about death.
Just goes to show you can do it right and you can do it wrong.
I wonder if this one will do it right.
Let's find out.
Everyone, before we read this, you can go down into the description and read it yourself, but if you don't want to, that's fine. Just make a femfiction.net account and give it a like. Even if you don't like the story.
As if people listening to this wouldn't have one.
I mean, you never know, people.
That is true.
Either way, they should, though. These are some great stories there are some great stories on this site that people need to watch, whether or not they are bronies or not. I just said watch for fan fictions. Gosh, the media is getting to me, Wizzy.
No, not the media.
God damn the media. All right. Jokes aside, let's get into death. Chapter 1. I am eternal, and death is my steadfast companion. Rainbow Dash is shouting at me. I knew it would happen eventually. These things always do. Whenever I grow close to one of my little ponies, this day eventually comes. The moment when they come to beg indulgence of me.
Come on, princess.
You haven't played Rainbow Dash in so long.
When was the last time? Was that like, the Bat fanfic? With Mommy Rainbow Dash?
I'm pretty sure I was Rainbow Dash in that one.
I think I was, because I know you were the Bat.
No, yeah, I was the Bat and Rainbow Dash because we accidentally whoopsied on casting.
Wow.
Yeah. You were only Twilight.
Yeah.
But, I'm pretty sure that's how it went down. I think the first time you might have been, but I don't remember exactly if you were Rainbow Dash in this one, but the last one might have been the first fan fiction we read. Just something to think about, I guess. Rainbow Dash flies close enough to the throne that my guards tense up, though a quick look out of the corner of my eye signals them to keep their posts. She flies so close to me that our noses are practically touching. Kiss.
Kiss, kiss, kiss. Don't you get it? Derpy's gonna die unless you save her. So get up off your plot and save her.
Derpy dying.
Derpy? That's a weird choice for a death fic.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, back when this was written, which was like 2013, I would have not had this. I would have clicked off this story immediately.
You loved Derpy that much, or you hated Derpy that much?
Loved Derpy that much.
Ah.
Although Rainbow Dash was still number 1. But Derpy was a strong number 2. Nowadays, that's not exactly it, but I love Derpy all the way. All the same. Derpy, Ditsy Doo, if one were to use her proper name. Though few do. Daughter to Klutzy Doo and Atlas Stratus, sister of Cyrus Doo. Currently lying in room 42 at Ponyville Hospital.
Oh my god.
With an inoperable brain tumor.
Oh my god.
Jeez Louise. This is feeling like sleep time, my love, already. Right now, she has a terrible headache and is weak and nauseous from the treatments the doctors are giving her to save her life. Treatments that will do little more than forestall the inevitable. She is beyond the help of modern medicine. She's dying. One could say that I have known Ditsy, Derpy Doo, since the day she was born. But that would not be accurate. I have known her far longer than that. I knew her when my sister declared a young adventurer named Daring the Materfamilias of a new clan in old Pegasopolis. I guess
Okay.
it was before Daring Do was revealed to be real, and that's like who she was based on in this canon.
Is Ditsy Doo even related at all to Daring Do?
No, but there are fan fictions that I know about.
Huh.
Maybe we'll read them at some point, but I think they're long, if I remember correctly. I knew her, even as that clan named me Tyrant and Usurper, issuing a call to war in my sister's name. I knew her as I watched her ancestors burn at Mercidian fields. I know her in ways far more intimate than the father of her foal, or her current lover, Cloudkicker. Oh, congratulations to her. I mean, that she had someone, at least. Cloudkicker? Really? That's a weird one. In all the time that I have known her, I have loved her, just as I love all my little ponies. Hey, whoa, they said the thing.
They said the thing.
And now she is dying. It is simply the nature of the universe. Ponies are born, they live, and finally, they die. It is a cycle that was ancient even before I came into the world, and one that will continue even as I pass into dust and my sun burns itself out. Despite the undeniable truth of this, those that still live can never accept death of ponies they love. I give Rainbow Dash the only answer I can. I'm sorry, Rainbow Dash, but I'm afraid there's nothing I can do.
Horse apples!
She snaps at me.
You're Princess Feathering Celestia. You raise the feathering sun every single feathering day. There's gotta be something. I like how they had it be feathering instead of swear words, because you know how I feel.
Yeah. I'm trying to cut back on the swear words, so I'm also happy about that. Her eyes narrow, and the anger in her voice shifts to dark, resentful fury.
I saved Equestria for you. Twice. You owe me.
Actually, now you've saved Equestria. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times? 8 times, but I could be wrong.
Almost
there
once
might be
each
more.
season.
Yeah. Technically, she has saved 2 each season, if she did, but there were a few where she wasn't really involved. 10. I forgot the last season. But I could be wrong. Maybe I'm accidentally counting some more twice over. For a moment, I can't help but remember my sister, speaking to me in almost exactly that same tone. She wanted me to abdicate the throne, Let her plunge Equestria into eternal night and some twisted form of punishment for our subjects simply because they preferred the daytime. Even now, after Luna's return, the dreams of that night haunt me. I do not think I will ever shake the memories of it, or the feeling that in the end I failed her. That there must have been something I could say or do that might have penetrated the haze of madness and dark magic that separated us, that if I had just tried a little harder, I might not have needed to send her to the moon. I know it's an irrational fear. It took the elements of harmony to cleanse her of Nightmare Moon's taint. Ew. I waited as long as I could before meeting Nightmare Moon in battle. Too long. If I am truly honest with myself, 36 ponies died as a direct result of Nightmare Moon's first rise. Actually, Nightmare Moon was like Nightmare Moon for like 5 minutes before you sent her to the moon. Assuming that flashback was like accurate and not like a sped up version.
Well, how do you know she didn't kill 36 ponies in that time? She was powerful.
She was mostly going up against Celestia that entire time.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong. Victims claimed by her darkness while I desperately tried to reason with the mad mare that had once been my sister. I know that banishing her was the only rational course of action. I will never forgive myself for it. Now, one of the 6 ponies who restored my sister has come to me in hopes that I might repay the debt I owe her. It would only be fitting that I do so, that I restore her friend in exchange for the restoration of my own sister, and yet this is not a request I can grant for her. I'm sorry, Rainbow Dash. Rainbow slowly backs away from me, her ears flat onto her head. I know what is coming next. Rainbow Dash is far from the first pony to ever come to me, begging me to save a friend, family member, or loved one. She is the 10,374th pony to do so.
I counted.
I believe she'd remember. That will not make what she does next hurt any less than it did the first time I experienced it. Her face, normally adorned with a bold, almost arrogantly confined smile, shifts to a desperate, wide-eyed, pleading look. She drops down to the floor, prostrating herself before me.
Please.
It is a single word, yet it carries all the pain that Derpy's loss would cause.
Please, Princess. I'll do anything it takes to save her. Anything. Just tell me what I gotta do.
I step off my throne and gently put a hoof on her shoulder. Rainbow Dash, I'm so sorry, but there's nothing I can do.
Take me instead.
The words spill out of her mouth so suddenly that I do not think she even expected them. A moment later, she nods, as much to herself as to me.
Yeah, if that's what it takes, then that's what it takes. Do it!
Loyal as ever. Best pony. Who is still a pony, and not a human.
Okay, it's not like Applejack wouldn't do the same thing.
Oh, maybe. But Rainbow Dash would do it first.
That's
Applejack
because she's
consider it.
faster. Applejack is slow.
Ha, you called Applejack slow.
She's a tank. Rainbow Dash is more like DPS.
Look, Wizzy, I don't understand your complete nonsense.
Oh my god, what did you just call my gamer words?
Complete nonsense?
This is the oppression that us gamers face.
You deserve it. She closes her eyes, as if she expects me to strike her down then and there. I cannot trade one life for another, Rainbow. Even as I speak those words, a cruel truth emerges in my mind. Even if it were within my power to take Rainbow's life to spare Derpy's, I would not do so. I could make mention of the moral implications of such a choice, But the sad truth is that my reasons are far from pragmatic. Derpy is a wonderful pony, but Rainbow Dash is an equally wonderful pony, who is also attuned to one of the elements of harmony. There are too many potential threats to Equestria for me to ever willingly sacrifice one of the element bearers.
So she's saying that Rainbow Dash's life is worth more than Derpy's.
Technically, yes.
Man, that's cold. She's
Cold,
dying
but
with
kind of
cancer.
true.
But you don't say it.
She's not saying it. She's thinking it.
Please.
Rainbow Dash whimpers, a semblance of the brash daredevil gone. Wow. I'm gonna take a drink of water.
Now you're sounding like the brash daredevil. Heyo.
I don't get it.
Your voice sounded brash.
No, it sounded rash.
It sounded
As
rough.
in, I had a rash in my throat. Anyways, Rainbow Dash whimpers, any semblance of the brash daredevil gone. All that's left is a pony who is utterly broken by the prospect of watching her friend die.
Please, please.
She keeps repeating the word, clutching it like a security blanket until she moves on to her next argument.
She's got kids.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whiner. We all got kids.
We were all kids once.
I've just realized this person wrote the life and times of a winning pony, which is a very important story in the fandom, apparently. I haven't read it, but
Whoa. Is it long?
that's interesting. Only 300,000 words.
Yeah, not a chance I'm gonna read that.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's just interesting. I know her children. Dinky Doo, daughter of Derpy, and, well, that would be telling. I wonder if I should tell him. He doesn't know that he even has a daughter, let alone that the mother of his child is dying right now.
Okay, these names just do not fit a sad fic. Ditzy Derpy Doo, mother of Dinky Doo, is dying of cancer.
Oh, it brings a tear to my eye. You know what? I think that makes it even more sad.
It would be like
The names make them sound so innocent.
the news that Tinky Winky is dying of cancer as Poe and Lala surround him.
Oh, don't make me cry, Izzy.
Dipsy couldn't bring himself to attend the to go to his hospital room.
A moment's worth happens, but it's with Dipsy. Or Dipsy.
Out of all the whatever they're called, I didn't expect it to be him, Poe.
Teletubbies?
Yeah, I guess is that what their race is called?
I assume.
Yeah, I guess it is.
He's a good stallion. I'm sure if he knew his child or her mother, he would want to do something before the end came. But all that knowledge would do. Now, but all that... Oh, God. Freaking nose. But all that knowledge would do now is bring him grief and pain. Nay,
No.
I think...
Sorry.
Nay, I think in this case, we can say that ignorance is bliss. Dinky is innocent. Too innocent. I would spare her this cruel awakening to the harsh realities of life if I could. Then there's her other daughter, Sparkler, the child of two ponies I love, placed into the care of the state by cruel necessity. She fears losing her mother, more so than what is ordinary for a child. While she was still in the state's care, her foster father broke one of her legs in a drunken fury.
God.
He'll never leave Canterlot jail while I sit upon the throne. Now she fears a return to such circumstances. She need not, for I know that Rainbow Dash would never abandon her. Rainbow is not suited for motherhood. You shut your whore mouth!
Oh my God. Mommy Rainbow Dash? The best trope?
Well, then again, this is season 3 Rainbow Dash. Definitely wouldn't be.
Well, no, but she's like 20 or something. Way too young.
Oh, yeah. Well, we just have different opinions on this. And also, 20-year-olds can be freaking parents.
But they shouldn't be yet.
Probably not, but, you know, I'm not here to judge.
I am. I'm
Alright,
going to judge
wow.
20-year-old parents.
He's just jealous
like,
because he
how
doesn't
dare
have any
you?
himself.
How dare you accidentally have a child? That's all your fault. No, I'm totally kidding, guys. Don't cancel me, please.
I think we should cancel him, guys.
No, I just got here.
I'm pressing the cancel button.
No, take your finger off.
It's hovering. All right.
No!
Sorry. Should really get a move on with this. It is a sudden, overwhelming responsibility. I think it would have been wiser for Derpy to name Fluttershy as her children's caretaker. No pony could doubt her gentleness and maternal instincts. Who do you think is the oldest of the main 6, by the way? Random thought process, but who do you think?
Applejack? Or at least she acts the oldest, I feel like.
Oh, brother. Actually, no, you're right. But no, I think it's Fluttershy.
Yeah, it's either Applejack or Fluttershy, in my opinion.
Maybe. I've always viewed Applejack as mentally one of the older ones, but like actually one of the younger ones. Probably because I just think that's the more interesting one.
Fluttershy's probably the oldest, but looks the youngest because of what Discord did.
Oh. Deep cut, dude. No pony could doubt her gentleness and maternal instincts. Cloudkicker might also be a wiser choice. What she lacks in her own right as a mother would easily be compensated for by the support of her clan. But there is a greatness in Rainbow Dash. Got that right? It is yet raw and untempered, but if she ever reaches her full potential, she might become something incredible. However, right now her strength is brittle. I do not know if the responsibility of caring for Derpy's children will be what it is to forge her greatness, or whether it will shatter her. Both outcomes seem equally probable. I give Rainbow Dash the only answer I can, even though I know it will not satisfy her. I have set aside a portion of the crown's income from the royal Demesne?
I have no clue.
It should prove more than sufficient to provide for their living expenses and...
No!
Rainbow Dash cut me off with an angry shout. For several seconds she stands there, her eye twitching, and one of her ears flicking repeatedly as she struggles to put words to her anger.
They don't need money! I've got bits! They need their mom!
I know. I let out a heavy sigh and hang my head. But bits are all I can give them. Rainbow Dash glares at me, and I can see the anger and pain building up in her. She came to me, expecting salvation, and in a way, I have betrayed her. I cannot fulfill her dream, her desperate hope that somehow her princess can fix this terrible wrong. Her body goes tense, and her wings flare open, even as the first tears begin trickling down her cheeks. My guards are wary, on alert. They can see that she is on the verge of pouncing. Despite that, when she makes her move, they cannot stop her in time. Thankfully, instead of attempting to strike me, she leaps and flies up into a priceless vase and kicks it over, smashing it on the floor. My sister commissioned that vase for me to celebrate the 100th anniversary of our joint rule. And, dang, that's a long time ago. And Flora Potter spent more than a year crafting it. She poured her life and soul into making it, only to spend the rest of her life lamenting its success. Amphora was the greatest craftsmare of her age, and that vase was her finest work. One that she spent the rest of her days knowing she can never again equal, let alone exceed.
My God, okay, I get it. That vase was expensive.
You don't get it. It wasn't just expensive. It was priceless.
I bet I could put a price on it.
Dude, even shattered, it still costs more than you.
Excuse me, I would bet it's 2 bits.
Alright, sure. I bet 3.
Most of that year, she was just like lounging around, not even working on it.
Huh. Sure. Rainbow Dash smashes the porcelain shards until they are mere specks on the floor. She is in pain. Pain too terrible to contain. So she will release it the only way she can, by lashing out at me.
Feather you then, princess! If it was Twilight or your sister, you'd be doing everything you could to save them. It's not that you can't save Derpy, it's just that you don't care. You don't care about any of us. You never cared. You weren't there when me and my friends defeated Nightmare Moon. You weren't there when we fought Discord and we turned against each other. You're never there, 'cause you just turn a blind eye to the ponies you don't care about.
Fight. Tears are freely pouring down her cheeks, even as she screams at me.
I bet you won't even remember our names after we're all dead. You have no idea what it's like to lose some pony you love. I hate you. I hate you.
Alright, calm down. Jeez.
No, I hate you, Ross.
Oh. I'm sorry, that was just...
Sometimes I just get too into character.
Oh, it's fine.
Just start hating everything.
She flies out of the room, shattering one of the stained glass windows as she leaves. I know she does not truly mean the words. She only says these things because she's in pain. I know that within minutes of leaving Canterlot, she'll regret everything she said.
No, I won't.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your input. We don't need you. That she'll need a week to build up the courage to have Twilight Sparkle send me a letter apologizing for her outburst, which I will immediately forgive her for. None of this knowledge will make those words hurt any less. I'm having the nightmare again. I often have this dream after a pony comes to me, begging me to save their loved ones from death. I suppose Rainbow Dash would think this is because this was the only case where I truly cared about the pony in question. The truth is much crueler. This pony's death haunts me because I could have saved her. Ooh. No, it's more than that. I should have saved her. Everything I knew told me that I would. It was not her destiny to die in bed as an old mare. She should be standing by my side, helping me watch over Equestria, not mouldering in a grave on her clan's compound. Yet she refused her destiny and chose a mortal life, including a mortal death. There are times when I think that was the wisest decision she ever made in her life. There are other times when I hate her for it, when I hate her for leaving my life. There are many times, far too many times, when a second alicorn bearing Luna's abandoned mantle might have been of aid to Equestria. But if I am honest, my displeasure with her decision has far too little to do with what is best for Equestria. It is something far simpler and far more selfish. I hate her because her absence made me lonely. The dream begins with an all too familiar scene. Gale Kicker is shouting at me.
Mother is dying.
Gale herself is not the eager young mare I once knew. Indeed, she looks every bit as ancient as her mother. She will only outlive Shadow by a few short years. I wonder if Shadow's long life and good health are a result of her destiny, if some divine spark lingers in her, representing her potential to ascend. Perhaps the universe simply wants to give her a bit more time to consider her choice, to return to her intended path. Or perhaps she is nothing more than an unusually healthy pony. Regardless of the reasons for her long span, it is nearly over. She is old, older than most soldiers grow to be. A lifetime of battle only adds to the toll that time takes upon a pony's body. She tries not to know how much pain she is in, but I know it regardless. I know her joints ache whenever it rains, and how all the old war wounds she had thought healed have returned to bring her fresh pain. A bit of a downer, isn't it? It is one of those that is killing her. Her right lung has never fully recovered from the time a lance pierced it. As her lungs weaken with age, her right lung's diminished capacity means that she can no longer support her own body. She is slowly suffocating. Same, though.
Wait, what?
Yeah, asthma feels like that sometimes.
No. Save her, princess. I beg of you.
Even Gale calls me princess now, not commander. Only Shadow insists upon using my old title. Once she is gone, I will only be Princess Celestia, not commander, queen, or chancellor. It is a sad thought, the end of an era. Shadow has made her wishes clear. I cannot entirely hide the bitterness in my voice at those words. She chose immortal life, and this is the inevitable result. She will not change her mind now.
I'll only save her if you get her to tell me I told you so. if I get to tell her I told you so.
I have known she was too stubborn to relent, even upon her deathbed. That did not stop me from visiting her bedside and asking her to do so. Gale scowls and shoots a look out the window towards the Kicker clanhold.
Then override her wishes. As Princess of Equestria, that is your right.
The suggestion is more tempting than I care to admit. I'm lonely. I've been terribly lonely ever since my sister's exile. It will be more than 800 years before she comes back to me. The last 200 years have been torture for me. Oh, I do not know if I can endure 800 more. I am at Shadow's bedside. There's so much to say. There's so much that I want to say to her, but I cannot find the words for it. Many of her clan ponies are here. I am somewhat ashamed when I realize how little I know most of them. Well, that's not entirely accurate. I know all of my little ponies, but...
She said it again.
But for most of them, the only knowledge I have derives from my talents. I know them as the Princess of Equestria, not because I have taken any time to exchange words with them. There will be times when Kickers claim that I do not care about the clan, only Shadow. That is both
Oh. Kicker is the clan name, not like
Yeah.
a family name?
I think yeah, it seems to be that, which makes sense in a weird way. I don't think later on in the show it would, but it at least makes sense early on. That is both true and false at once. I love the Kickers as much as I love any of my subjects, but it is true that Shadow was dearer to me than most. It is an unfortunate reality of being mortal ruling over mortals. I must maintain a certain reserve, a certain distance from my subjects. I love them all, but at the same time I do not let them grow too close. I love ponykind as a whole, but it is unwise to grow too attached to a mayfly. Mayfly? Whoa,
My
baby.
God.
Getting some
She's-
freaking...
She's like comparing like friends that she's had to mayflies.
I'm
This
more
is the
shocked.
beginning of the Tyrant Celestia arc.
I'm more shocked because it's similar to freaking Forever Young. Again.
When did they talk about mayflies?
Something like you experience no more than a mayfly. Or whatever Discord says to Fluttershy. I know it's mayfly, though.
But at least I may fly.
Oh, those really are the most empowering flies. In truth, it happens all too often despite my best efforts. The deaths of Twilight Sparkle and her friends will hurt me more than most, because I have allowed them all too deep into my heart. Yet, despite the certainty of that future pain, I do not regret the closeness we enjoy now. But Shadow Kicker was a different case. Her destiny was immortality, and so I allowed myself more openness than was prudent. I grew attached, and now the inevitability of her loss is far too painful. I wonder if this pain is something my mortal subjects face whenever some pony close to them dies. If so, then their ability to endure such losses is truly a testament to their strength. All the ponies fall silent when I enter the room and kneel down next to her bed. My words are for her and her alone, so I use a spell to ensure our privacy. 2 dots, baby. Hell yeah. Fuck
What does that
those
mean?
1 dot or 3 dot motherfuck. It's just like 2 periods at the end of that sentence for some reason.
Was that an accident?
Probably. Shadow, please. I beg of thee, let me save thee. Thy death is not needful, and it is not yet too late for thee to ascend. Shadow slowly shakes her head. Even that simple act costs her too much of her strength. When did she grow so old? It seemed only yesterday that she fought on the front lines of war to help me keep my throne.
Hey, Commander.
Oh, God.
She's a horse.
Her voice was weak and raspy from her failing lungs.
Or was it horse?
No. She also needed to stop for a few breaths just from those 2 words.
There is naught to save me from. My course has long since been set.
Thy course. I cannot wholly hide the hurt in my voice. Thy destiny is to live, yet thou wouldst defy it. Please stay this futile stubbornness.
I have lived.
She answers me with a calm reassurance that I find utterly frustrating.
Lived longer than most. Long enough to see friends, family live, perish.
Her eyes drift to Luna's moon, hanging in the night sky.
Suffer. Live to build. Family. Equestria. You.
Yes, thou hast. Yet there is so much more left to do. Equestria still needs thee. My voice drops down to a small, pained whimper as I admit the truth. I still need thee. Please do not leave me.
I'm not needed.
She slowly extends an ailing hoof towards me until I take it in mine.
Merely desired. And I am most honored.
I tighten my hold upon her hoof. Shadow, all of my little ponies die. All of them. Please, let me save just this one. Of all the thousands of times a pony has or will come to me, asking me to save some friend or loved one, this is the only time it will be within my power to grant that wish, if not for Shadow's own stubborn insistence upon my mortality.
What of my clan?
She rasps out.
Commander, am I to watch all of my little ponies fade too, as thy balm for the ages?
I do not know if my heart can endure losing thee. It is a struggle to maintain my composure, but I manage. It is not yet healed from Luna's loss, or that of so many others. To add this new pain atop so many others.
You're strong, Commander.
She needs several seconds to gather enough strength to speak again.
I am touched that I have a place in your heart, however small, truly.
There is nothing, I might say, that would alter thy course? I ask the question, despite already knowing the answer. I am hoping that this will be one of the rare occasions when my insight proves fallible. Nothing I might do to sway thee? Shadow answers me with a weak shake of her head.
My mind is set. Rule well, my commander, as you ever have.
A small, fleeting smile crosses her face.
As I know you shall.
I take her hoof in both of mine and bring it up to my lips. Not as well as I would with thee at my side.
My confidence in you has never broken. I have...
Her words disappear into a fit of coughs, thick with mucus and blood. Thankfully, they pass in due time.
I have faith in you, Commander.
Shadow. I use a hoof to straighten her mane and give myself a few moments to restore my failing composure. How many times must I ask thee to call me Celestia in private? Shadow gives me a wary smile.
I think, just this once, I shall make an exception to my normal policy. Celestia.
For some reason, hearing my name leave her lips, spoken with such simple love, is enough to break my wavering self-control. My eyes are misted by unshed tears, and I lean to meet her lips in a chaste kiss. I will stay with thee to the end. Shadow tries to speak, but whatever she means to say comes out as a ragged breath. Instead, she gives me a small, sad, knowing smile and gently squeezes my hoof. I think she knows that while I mean it as a gesture of love, part of why I chose to remain at her bedside is my inability to surrender the last hope that she might yet choose life before her time ends. As promised, I remained with her until the end. After she passed, I shed fresh tears for that loss and all the others since. I realize that there is an element out of place in this dream. It takes me a few seconds to realize just what it is. It is a presence I have not felt in my sleeping mind for a millennia. Hello, Luna.
Luna.
My sister steps out from the fabric of my dreams, and her eyes move to the bed.
Honestly, I forgot that was a dream sequence.
Yeah, me too.
So that is her, the one that thou wouldst have replaced me with.
You would. I gently corrected her. It is possible I am trying to change the subject by bringing up Luna's ongoing difficulties with linguistic modernization. Luna lets out an annoyed snort.
The removal of thou from the equestrian language was a mistake. I have a mind to begin a royal program to restore it.
She pointedly returns her attention to the weak, withered form of Shadow Kicker.
Why art thou avoiding my question?
I suspect that this time she used the antiquated word simply to ruffle my feathers. I'm not avoiding the question, I answer her, somehow falling back into the old rhythms of gentle sibling teasing, despite our long separation. I simply chose not to answer it when you first asked. I took a few more moments to carefully consider my words. No pony could have replaced you, sister. Even if I named another princess of the night by necessity, you would still be my sister, always.
And if thou didst grant another of my mantle?
There is old pain in Luna's voice, though it lacks the bitter edge that might have moved me from sisterly concern to genuine worry.
What then, sister, upon my return? Would you have stripped Shadow's immortality from her to restore me as thy equal? Or would you have let her remain as the reigning princess of the night, whilst I lingered on as a shade of my former strength, doomed to a short and mortal life?
I don't know.
Very good answer, very good.
No, but really, I do not answer her. In truth, I do not know what I might have done if things had come to that point. To leave my sister stripped of her birthright would be unfair. But could I truly take Shadow's immortal life from her? I love my sister more dearly than any other pony, but returning Shadow to mortality would be little different from killing her. Would it be right to take her life just to restore my sister to her full strength? It seems a cruel way to reward her good service. That is not to mention the practical problems that would arise from taking power from a pony of proven loyalty and good service, and granting that power to a pony who had just tried to overthrow me. Ponies would not understand. I give Luna the only answer I can. I do not know how I would have acted if that happened. Both options are unpalatable to me. I believe I would search for a third. Luna is silent for some time after that. When she speaks again, it is on a new subject.
I heard there was an altercation between you and Rainbow Dash.
One of her friends is dying. I answer her simply.
I see.
Luna looks over the scene, and her eyes return once more to Shadow's wizened form.
You come here often?
Boo.
You come here often when thoughts of death linger on your mind.
I do. Luna's silent once more. Considering the situation, when she finally speaks, she manages to surprise me.
Show me this dream that lingers in your mind, then, sister.
I return to the dream's beginning.
Ah, great. Here we go again. Scroll up, Ross. I said, here we go again. Scroll up.
Oh. Okay, then.
You don't get it?
No.
I return to the dream's beginning.
Ah, dude, I have no idea how I didn't get that one. I'll cut out my not knowing it and leave in the ha 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 good one, Wizzy. I received a letter from Rainbow Dash the next day. It is unexpected. I was certain she would need longer than a single day to calm down and realize that her actions, while motivated by genuine love, were unacceptable. It is easy to forget that for all that I know of my little ponies, my insight is not perfect.
Dear Princess Celestia. Got him.
Oh.
Dear Princess Celestia. Look, sometimes I'm not good with words like Twilight is. So forgive me if this seems like random gibberish, but I'm sorry for saying what I said. You didn't deserve it. No pony deserves what happened to Derpy. So yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, and ignore the watermarks on the page. I got caught in the rain while I was taking this to the post office. Rainbow Dash.
Sure. Rain. Sure. Definitely not tears.
Cry
Also, she
baby Dash,
definitely-
more like it.
Rainbow Dash, if she had only read the word, she would definitely pronounce it gibberish.
Well, whatever.
No, I'm just saying she would. So I want to congratulate you on that.
Oh, did I say gibberish?
Yeah.
Nice. totally meant to.
Clearly you did. I pen a response. Rainbow Dash, all is forgiven. I know you well, Rainbow Dash. I know that you are strong, kind, brave, and, above all, loyal. It is these qualities of yours that will help you endure, like I know you can. I wish I could do more for your friend. Tell Derpy that my thoughts will be with her, and that she will be remembered fondly. Celestia. Somehow, it rains on my letter too.
Man, how does that keep happening?
Jeez Louise. I'm pretty sure she's inside.
P.S. Don't you ever talk back to me again.
You son of a... Well, that was Through Death and Life by Chengar Kordath.
Oh, that was a nice one.
Yeah. Very good, very sad. Just, very, enjoyable. Or whatever.
Yeah, I definitely rank it high on my fanfiction list, but definitely not as high as A Moment's Worth.
Certainly not as high as A Moment's Worth for me, but definitely high.
Yeah, that's that one is like definitely more relatable to anyone who reads it. This one is more of a My Little Pony fic.
This one is certainly trying to tell a story rather than trying to put you into the story or whatever.
You're trying to discuss a topic.
Yeah, but I think it can certainly be relatable to some people.
Yeah.
But yeah, lovely fan fiction. Glad we read it. Even if it took 7 years to.
Whoa.
Well, I'm pretty sure this was after Twilight Got Wings.
Oh.
Huh. Well, anyways. Man. Poor Derpy.
Always gets
kicked
the short
around
end
for
of the
nothing.
stick.
Yep. Alright, so. Probably that's it.
Yep,
Nothing
I think
else
that
to really talk about.
I think that wraps everything up.
So, everybody, thank you for listening to the Ross and Wizzy's Fan Fiction Power Hour. I have been Ross Pitt. That has been Wizzy Puff. Please go down into the description and like it if you have gotten this far not reading the story.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Recording.
15.
Was he actual counting?
I don't know.
Ha.